Welcome to today's episode of Impact Series on Insights with Stella Iris. Last week we looked at some of those financial leaks that weakens family finances and slows the progress. If you have not, I strongly recommend that you go for that video. And today we are moving from awareness to action. But first, I want you to listen carefully to this. Marriage is work. Behind every marriage you see working or that has worked are persons who worked to make it work. When it comes to your family finances and making financial progress as a family, both couples must be ready to work. In the first episode, I did mention that alignment is very, very critical. That is why silence also is not an option when it comes to handling financial leaks in the family. Today, I shall be talking about 7 practical steps that you can take as a family to block financial leakages in your finances. Number 1, track every expense together. Remember, I said this is work. And you must work together as a couple. Write down every expenses, major expenses, minor expenses, transfers, subscriptions, impulse purchases, everything. You may be surprised to discover where your money is actually going. Do you know why this is very important? Tracking creates visibility, and visibility creates accountability. You cannot effectively manage money that disappears without explanation. Number 2, create spending categories. Every naira in your family should have a name and an assignment. So you must learn to create simple categories such as feeding, electricity, school fees, family projects, family support, savings, investments, and the like. Categorizing your spending or your expenses helps you to understand your spending patterns. Without categories or without categorizing, money feels scattered. But with categorizing, money or spending becomes easier and clearer to manage. Number 3, review finances weekly. Do not wait until the end of the month. Many financial surprises occur because couples delay review. People review finances too late. You must set aside 20 to 30 minutes to review your finances every week if you want to block financial leaks in your family as a couple. You must review income received, expenses incurred, upcoming obligations, savings progress, and areas of concern. This will help to make adjustments before small issues become big problems. Number 4, delay non-essential purchases. Listen to me, not every desire requires immediate attention. Let me share this tip that has worked countless times for me. When you see something and there's a strong desire for you to get it, pause. Give it at least 48 hours. Within that time, ask yourself these few questions. Do we or do I truly need this? Does this align with our priorities? Will this matter next week? What are we giving up by buying this now? You see, you'll be amazed at how many purchases will lose their urgency when you learn to wait a bit. When it comes to spending, delayed decisions most times produce better financial outcomes. What next? Number 5, you must identify your top 3 financial leaks. How do you achieve this? Remember, I did mention earlier that you must categorize your spending. After categorizing, it gives you visibility. You'll be able to know where your money is actually going to, because you must have captured all your expenses. You have categorized them. Now, you must identify your top 3 major financial leaks. Don't forget, like I mentioned in the first episode, that financial leak is any recurring habit or decision that quietly drains resources and slows financial progress. So now that you've been able to categorize, you can now identify your top 3 major financial leaks. Now you take a honest review at those leaks. What are the top 3? Is it impulse purchasing? Is it excessive gifting? Is it emotional spending? Is it lifestyle pressure? unplanned transfers, or forgotten subscriptions? When you've identified your 3 biggest financial leaks, you must now start taking intentional steps, intentional effort to ensure you reduce them. Remember, I did mention in the first episode that financial progress as a family or as a couple takes visibility and intentionality. So identifying your major financial leaks is visibility. Taking steps is intentionality. You may not need to fix everything at once, but small improvements sustained over time create significant results. Do you need to stop impulse purchases? Then try to take steps in that direction. Do you need to curtail emotional financial patterns? If you have identified that, then you need to take intentional steps towards addressing that. Then number 6, have one intentional financial conversation every week. If you must grow together financially as a couple, if you must improve your finances as a family, you must have at least one financial conversation every week. You must not wait until there is crisis before you have financial conversations as a couple, because that approach will only create tension. Instead, create a meaningful and healthy pattern of financial conversation. You must come together as a couple and ask questions such as, what financial goals should we focus on this month? Where can we improve? What progress have we made? What expenses surprised us the most this month? It is not enough to track. It is not enough to categorize. It is not enough to identify. You must also discuss them. You must have that conversation. The objective is not to blame. No, not at all. But it is alignment. How do you align? It is when you come together to do a joint review. You will see where you are deviating, and as a couple you will come back and ensure that your spending aligns with your family priorities, your vision, and your financial goals. What is the 7th practical step to block financial leaks in your family? You must create a monthly spending plan. Don't spend first and plan later. Salary comes in, as soon as salary hits the account, you start spending. As soon as you think that you are recording sales in the business, you start spending. No, money leaves, then comes the familiar question, where did money go? Money will go on any errand if you did not have a name for it. And at the end, you will ask that question over and over again. According to Dave Ramsey, he said budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. So if you don't have a scheduled or a structured spending plan as a family, you will always keep wondering where your money has gone to, because you actually didn't send your money anywhere. For instance, a family earns 500,000. Without a structured family spending plan, money flows wherever pressure appears. Then by month end, stress arises, savings are low, and important goals or important expenses are delayed. Now imagine that you decided ahead of the 500,000, because you have categorized your expenses. You say for feeding 150,000, you have 350,000 left. You can say for electricity another 50,000, for savings 100,000, for personal expenses another 100,000, for family support, emergency fund, in that order. Every naira has a purpose. So when sudden expenses arise, the question is no longer do we have money? The question becomes which category will handle this. And at the time you are incurring such expenses, you already know what you are giving up because of that additional expenses that showed up. You see, this alone will help to reduce a lot of financial mistakes and block financial leakages, because you are in charge of where your money is going. A spending plan reduces confusion, prevents unnecessary arguments, and keeps couples focused on shared priorities. So a spending plan is not about restriction, it is about directing. If you can practice this very well, I can assure you that you will leave the category of couples that ask at the end of every month, where did the money go? As I begin to wrap up on today's episode, Listen to me very carefully. To grow financially as a couple, focus on financial awareness before increasing income. You can double your income and still remain under financial stress if poor habits remain unchanged. This may sound surprising, yes. You don't need more income first. You need more awareness. Awareness begins with clarity. You must know your numbers. You must know your numbers in terms of what is your monthly income, what is your monthly expenses, what is your total debt, your savings balance, and your financial commitments. So, before asking, how can we earn more? Ask, how can we manage better? This is because financial success is not determined by what comes in. No. Financial success is determined by what is retained, managed, and directed wisely. And also hear this, financial transformation is not a miracle. There are a lot of things that doesn't answer to fasting and praying all day. They answer to practical application of knowledge, one of which is what you have listened to today. Financial transformation begins with awareness, a conversation, a decision, a habit, a small adjustment repeated consistently. So the question is, are you ready to take that step? This is Impact Series on Insights with Stella. If you have not, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on notification for my shift sessions every week on this space. Till I come your way again next week, remain intentional.